Hello and welcome back to Tours and Tournaments. We are in a crusade and last time it was not going so well. We were basically losing in this crusade and we need to figure out a way of turning this around. Now, we actually still hold a huge chunk of our crusade's power. We hold 21,000 troops. Now, comparing it to the enemy, yeah, sure they have 47,000, but our 21 is, you know, it's not to be ignored. It's a pretty significant part of the army. And if we can convince this guy to join us in anything, then we're looking pretty good. So, what I would like to do is I'd like to take these 21,000 and I'd like to get rid of this ticking war score. And the reason for this is we have so many more troops on our side, potentially, right? We currently have 86,000, but looking at this, I reckon we're like at 160,000 or something if we were to fully reinforce, while they're only like, say, 60, 70,000. So, if we stop the ticking war score from going up, then in theory, we're going to reinforce more troops each month, which in theory means that because we're reinforcing all these troops, we will then be able to have more troops than the enemy and eventually just attrition them down to a win. That's the plan. How are we going to do this? Well, to do this, we have to take a bit of land in here. So in this kingdom, in here. So basically anything that's like light green here. Now the problem is that this kingdom is currently surrounded by one of the biggest enemies that we're facing. This guy, right? That's a problem because it means we have to take attrition if we want to walk in here. Now I think I want to go to these mountains here and I want to siege. I want to do that as quickly as possible. If I can do that and we can hold this mountain province, I think we can eventually get a win, because I think we can convince these guys to start sieging down here. The problem, I think, last time is that I broke some of the Crusade AI, because the Crusade was sieging here, right? And that was kind of fine. I decided to siege here, so that meant that the people who were sieging here left here, came over this way, but then for some reason they couldn't figure out how to join me in the battle, so they just spun around until they died. I think if I had helped out with their siege, that would have worked out better for us. So, I don't know. I think we could have played it better, but we're going to head down here. I'm going to take the attrition from walking through here, and I'm going to hope that these guys follow me. So, what's the quickest way here? That's 3 attritions. I should be able to do it with 2 attrition, right? 1, 2. How much is this? This is a couple thousand I'm losing. Yeah, so it's worth going like here, then here. Yeah, two lots of attrition. Let's do that. And we can go all the way down the major river, so it's not even going to take that long. Wonderful. Right. Don't know what these guys are doing. I think they're just, well, honestly, I think they're just starving to death, so hopefully we don't need to worry about that. This person wants to lower my stress. Is our stress still incredibly high? It is. I'll take the highest stress loss then. Also, do we have a confidant? We do, if I wasn't in an army. Now, the reason I didn't want to deassign myself from the army is because of something I can't remember. It must have been in Crusader Kings II, because people have mentioned that they were like, oh, you've already got Crusader, why are you still leading the army? I think it was in Crusader Kings II, if you unassigned yourself from the army during a crusade, you would lose the Crusader trait. Apparently that might not be a thing in this game, but that was what my logic was. Oh, also, I did see this in between episodes. This guy is a master by his peers and wants to go to Northern Africa. We'll pay for that. That seems fine. Right. You're heading in here. This is fine. Cool. Let's go. Targets of ire. No, I don't want to become a nemesis of this guy. Pub crawl. On a visit to the tavern in Amsterdam, I spy one of the patrons at the heart of all attention. He is more grizzled than the rest of the patrons and smells as if he has been there for an age. To my horror, I recognize my adventurer Muhammad, who appears not to have made it out of the homeland after months of funding. For my next journey, I shall cross the Red Sea in a single gulp, he promptly scoffs as an entire glass of red wine and cheering rings through the drinking hall. Get out of here and hit the road. Or he runs off of my gold, or charlatan, I'm not paying for any more of your drink. Let's get him to go. 71%. 3, 2, 1. He ran off of my gold. Screw you. Oh, this guy just came to me. Wants to go to Northern Africa. Alright, I'll sponsor him. That seems good. Yeah, he seems like a trustworthy fellow. Right. So I'm going to siege here. We have no vision. On the positive side, we do have some allies sieging as well, so that might convince the AI to go for the allies. But we have no vision whatsoever here. We're in just a horrible place. Do we have any commanders? Also, this is still broken, weirdly, after a restart. Yeah, we have a siege leader commander. You can work. Okay, let's go. Is this part of the kingdom? It is. So if they siege this, this will actually stop the ticking war score. So this is equally as valuable. So 16 months on that, 6 months on this. Yeah, so they might be able to do both. But at the very least, we're running their armies around rather than the other way around. I want you to give me something unique. Yeah, go find something. See, these guys are just broken. I don't understand what's happening. I discover the trebuchet. Huge news. Would love to have it for this war. We can. Windmills would be good. Additional building slots are lovely. And we have a ton of money that we're earning. So let's do that. Granddaughter needs an education. Wow. Yeah, genius, Amazonian. You want to do an intrigue one? I want you to do a martial one. Because I want you to become a knight of some kind. I was about to imprison her. I don't know what's wrong with me. Right. Here. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. You do. So I'll go down just a couple more. Yeah, okay. Wait, was that a genius? No. Okay. You will do. Perfect. This isn't my heir or anything. No, no. This is fine. Is this the person who... No, it's not the person I'm pressing the claim for because you can't press claims for children. Yes, we've been through this. It's just a repeat of exactly what happened last time. They, for some reason, broke their siege here and went over here. Don't know what's happening. Yeah, the Crusade AI could use a little tweaking, I think. You know? I think it could use a little work. Loathsome wolves in the drylands. This one, we make him fight the wolves because even though there's a chance he gets wounded, we want the higher chance of quality. He got wounded. Okay, it doesn't bother me. If we got quality, we got quality. And look at this. So we have 64% ticking war score. This is about to disappear. There we go. We're down to 9% war score against us. And they don't control the war target in any way, which is perfect. And I sieged this sponge on a stick. Now, do we reckon this is the full army? If it is, we can work with that. Let's switch to a better leader. We're actually, in theory, the best leader. Yeah, let's switch to us. And let's hold the mountains. It's not the full army, but it is mountain defending. It's mountain defending. We have a fairly strong army. We have a good leader. I think there's a world in which we win this. I can pardon you to lower my stress as well, which would be nice. Okay, you're attacking in. It doesn't think that we've got a high chance, but defending in mountains, defensive buildings. Oh, wait, so this has defensive buildings as well? It does. Okay, so we get defender advantage from that. Higher quality, more men-at-arms are countering. They have more commander traits, which matters absolutely zero. We have a good commander trait. Army supply is running low. So their army supply is running low, as is ours, in theory, so that should counter each other. And then better army commander. I don't think he is better, because I think that our advantage is going to make us better. I actually think we could win. Let's see. It's a risky one, but if we can get them into kind of the meat grinder, this will work really well. So, we have 25 advantage right now. We should have more, but I don't think it's countering it in. Or yeah, see, it's not counting in this 12 advantage or anything. We have more knights. They're just getting crushed right now. So they're going to lose a ton of troops one way or another. So they're adding more in, but they are losing them. My rival was killed. Oh, okay. That's fine. Good. So you see here, even though they have more troops, we're still in a better position. Okay. They're about to add 14,000 more, which isn't ideal, but I'm really hoping at some point somebody's going to do something. Hey, they sieged over here. Perfect. That's actually great news. That's huge for us. They've just added more. We're still winning, but it's the kind of thing. We need to keep lowering their numbers. We haven't lost very many yet, but we will eventually. Earl Sebastian has been using his influence to push for the advancement of the Independence faction. They're seeking to break free from my rule, claiming that I am not their rightful liege. Okay. While I do not doubt Sebastian's convictions, he is only human. If I can convince him to curb these activities, it will make it easier for me to consolidate the power I have over my vassals. I'm not giving him a favor. I can give him prestige. I could give him prestige. Piety as well, I could give him. Let's give him a little bit of prestige in return for some stewardship lifestyle experience. Nice. Okay. See, now they're starting to push back. They have way too many knights for us to deal with. Although their knights are pretty garbage. But their troops are starting to be much better. They start to have more troops. They're starting to push us down bit by bit. So they keep chucking troops in here. We keep just losing a little bit more. He didn't stop being in the faction, but I don't care. They're still losing a ton, right? They've lost 8,000 casualties right now. Like 9,000, 10,000. They're losing a lot of troops. We're gonna lose a lot of troops too, but this is good for the war, I think. Now, if the AI could actually siege something, this would be good as well. I kind of miss in Crusader Kings 2, you could do something where you could be like, hey, this province, you just click a little thing and say, I think you should siege this, and the AI would start sieging it. That was lovely. Obviously not in this game. Change of direction. This guy would like to go somewhere else. Do it. That's fine. 30,000 versus 9,000. But you see, in terms of pure numbers, we're getting a ton of them. We're getting more of them than they're getting of us. Even now, even though we're down here, because we've got high quality and it's low combat width, right? In theory, we're still performing quite well. Now, this will change very soon, but yeah. We definitely got a lot of them. Okay. So, we lost our... yeah, we lost a couple of people. Let's have a look at this. So, overall, because that was routed, that wasn't killed, but, you know, they kind of equates somewhat. We lost 5,500 with an initial army of 18,000. They lost 9,900 with an initial army of 58,000. So that went incredibly well for us. Yeah, that went incredibly well for us. I don't think I actually needed to see the details. Let's dismiss that. But yeah, I think that was good. Now, did it help us win the war? Not necessarily, but they have less troops now. Or at least we've lowered their number back down. I think they've actually reinforced a bunch since we last looked. But look how many we have on our side now. That number has gone up. So in theory, we should be able to win. Now, the problem is, the theory doesn't hold because these guys are currently just walking back and forth doing nothing. But, you know, in theory, it will work eventually. If they can actually figure out what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know what... Look at this. So they just keep running in and out. It must be attrition. It must be them trying to avoid attrition and then somehow gaining attrition. I'm not going to read your poem. Right. Stewardship perk. Let's take... I don't know. Let's take Soon Forgiven. Lower monthly tyranny. Or increase the amount of tyranny we lose monthly. Guess would be a better way of putting that. Now, a nice thing is, while we were doing this was still being sieged. So, these armies, doing a fantastic job, have actually taken some of the kingdom, which means that even when they siege this back, they're not getting ticking war score back, which is great news. And if this army starts heading over here, we can start sieging up here. That's the plan, anyway. I am going to split up our army slightly. Are France in the war? No. I don't know whether we'll reinforce in this territory. I don't know whether you reinforce in neutral territory. I get the feeling you don't reinforce in neutral territory. Let's get rid of an army. Gonna go there. Get rid of an army. You're gonna go there. Get rid of an army. You're gonna go there. Right. Let's see if we reinforce. We might resupply. I don't think we'll reinforce. Let's see. 0 per month. No, you don't reinforce in neutral territory. Huh. Okay, so they're there's an army here which is heading over this way. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to say, screw reinforcing. I'm going to start sieging here. We're going to start making our way to the war goal via sieging. I think this is going to work. Although they're taking war score back if they break. I guess if we see them sieging over here, we should immediately run for the war goal. Yeah, that's what we should do. Right. Get this army, put a siege leader in charge of it. Start sieging. Sponge on a stick, by the way. I'm just going to destroy that. Yeah. 40 gold is worth far more than that is. Okay, 6 months left. I may even assault the fort here. Yeah. It's fine. They're not sieging over here yet. Don't know what's happening. Apparently they're all meeting on the boats, which is a little weird. Okay, they're chucking troops down. How much attrition am I taking? 600? I think we can do that. Yeah, I think actually this is fine. We don't want to stay for the fight, but we would definitely want to go in there. We've lost a guy in his position. It's in here. They're going to have to siege that back down at 16 months. That's fine. Throughout my travels throughout Asia Minor have left me with quite the taste for lamb yogurt and eggplants, and I have sent some recipes along with this courier. I have been given a golden brooch adorned with a seahorse by one of my hosts, which I also sent to you. I'm certain my travels will bring further wonders in due time. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Seems pretty terrible to me. I'm going to get 40 gold for it and remove it from my existence. Right. 7 months siege. Let's put on a siege leader. And after this, we want to leave as soon as possible. We want to siege it and leave. Is the 50,000 coming for us? It is. Okay. Means they're not sieging here. Oh, look at this! The army's moving. I don't know where, but it's going somewhere. Okay. My king, allow me to introduce you to Moman, claimant to the county of Urbak. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really in a position to help you, but sure, I might press your claim. Where is your claim? Oh, you have claims on all sorts of things. So what was the one in particular? Urbak. Yeah, I don't really need that. Good luck with that. Right, we should let them land and then leave. I'm almost tempted to just stay as a bait. Oh, no. We should leave. We should leave. Let's go organizer. And I think Toulouse would be good. Yeah, run to Toulouse. If we can make it, that would be perfect. Wonderful. Keep running. Keep running. Okay. Betrothal has been fulfilled. My cousin has married Sweden. Okay, that's fine. They're landing! Fantastic! So the troops are back. Okay. They're chasing me. This is less fantastic, but you know, that's fine. Are they actually chasing? I mean, I can bait if they want me to bait. That's fine. Let's run over here and pretend like I'm a nice juicy target. Yeah. You want to attack me? You want to attack me? I'm nice and weak. No, they're getting on boats or something. I don't know. Anyway. Let's split up our army, and I think we can reinforce in Toulouse. I think that's fine. There we go. Let's do that. That will then allow us to reinforce. I've been invited to this thing. No, I'm busy. I appreciate the invite to a joust. I don't think I've been to one of those. I can imprison you. That seems like... Not imprison you. I can pardon you. I can also imprison, but let's pardon. Right. Move out here. Start reinforcing. Yay, we do reinforce here. We do resupply. It's great news. This is also huge. Look at that. Now we're actually sieging the war goal. We fixed it. Right. Reinforce our troops. We have to sit here and reinforce. We don't really have a choice in the matter here. Inspiration realized. You brought me Muhammad's cross. Okay. That's interesting. I don't think it's very good, but it's interesting. Hey, son. I got you something. It's Muhammad's cross. Where are we? Can I not give it to him? Oh no, there it is. Right. Fantastic. That'll raise his piety. We don't need it, but we'll raise his piety, which is fine. Oh, I just need to get rid of the number 1. It's okay. Keep reinforcing. The sieges down here are great. You don't want us to be rivals anymore? Fantastic. I didn't know who you were, to be honest. Gained a rival. What? It just said that we weren't rivals. Now we're rivals again? Okay. Unless it's somebody different. It's like, must always have a rival. Hey, we're at 3%. We finally have a bunch of stuff. Battles lost, minus 126%. Worst score. It's crazy, our stress level just went up. Oh, because our friend died. Oh. It's not good. Oh, we can talk to our confidant, though. Yeah. Talk to our confidant. There we go. Loses me a little stress. Not a lot, but a little. Okay, can we sell trivial titles again? Yeah. Cool. Our child died. Gilberto was dead? How did Gilberto die? A seizure? Oh no. Well, though that's now Powys and Jubarth here. Okay, split up a little bit. Well, that's not good. Stress level keeps going up. How does our succession look after that? Still fine. Okay. We're about to hit major stress. Turning to diamonds achievement. That I think is for being well stressed. Yeah, highest possible stress level. You're a true friend. You want to give me 450 gold? Thank you very much. Selling titles is a fantastic event. Apparently. Right, these guys are sieging. I almost don't want to get involved. We have so many troops on our side. It just seems like we shouldn't. Although, to be fair, they are almost equal numbers if we don't get involved. So, yeah. Let's just wait 1 more month. Stewardship perk. Nice. And you want to give me 75 gold? Appreciate that. Stewardship perk will take total line. Vassals less likely to join independence factions. And let's move our troops over here. Let's get them to the coast. I want to try and help out. So that's 15,000 troops. It's not quite as many as we had at one point, but that's okay. Get on the boats. Head down here. We can see if we can help. Range betrothal. So this is between Everard, my knight, and Svetlana. I accept. Okay. Bejeweled scriptures needs to be repaired. I will repair them. Prisoners can be ransomed and things. Let's have a look at our prisoners. Oh, they're all very young. Okay, unless you're amazing at fighting, which you're not, I'll just, ransom them one by one. It's fine. Oh, these are demand payments. Okay, I'll do that as well. Make do a couple of them. Right, head out. Let's go. On the boats. Are you about to chuck all your troops in here? That's only 3,000 troops. Where are the rest of the troops? Where are the rest of the troops? Wait a second. No, that's a great question. Where are the rest of the troops? 73,000. We have 15,000 of them. Were they in this army? I want to find out if they were here. I think they were here. Yeah, 46,000. Okay. I need to land and help. Immediately. If we can. Oh, that was a little late. Please join the fight. By a little late, I mean we became the attackers. If they joined the fight, I think maybe we could have, but no. Okay, maybe a bad idea to join in. I just saw the number of troops and I was like, oh no. You learned of Muhammad's non-believer secret? I'm just shocked. He's not a believer? It's crazy. Okay. More allies are joining war. We have a new pope. It's gone so long that we have a new pope. Okay. Is this really all the troops? Are we looking in terms of numbers? 63? Yeah, so they did really lose like 40,000 troops in that battle. Yeah, that's why I felt we had to join the battle, is because I was like, Otherwise we're going to lose so many troops. At least we siege some stuff. At least it's working. In that regard, we just are running out of troops. Oh, we lost a bunch from the mercenaries. I was trying to think why we had 15,000 when we went over here, but we lost like 5,000 from our mercenaries disappearing. I think we need to head back to Frisia and reinforce. No, I think we need to head back to Frisia via boats and reinforce. I think that would be a better way of putting it. Then back to Frisia. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll see how we look after this. This is a long crusade. Luckily, we still hold some war goal over there. Oh no, they're chucking troops into the death spiral. Oh no, the meat grinder. They're going to do it again as well. Well, I hope we win. In theory, we should be able to win this without our troops being there, so, you know, our troops aren't going to be there. Let's split up a little bit. So you're going to go there, there, there. Then you're going to stay still. Then I'm going to move this, the rally point, to like here, and then I'm just going to raise anyone I can. Let's see how this looks. Yes, that's everybody we've got. I'll lower my stress a little bit. Ah, that's good. Right. This is fine. We can ransom you as well for a little bit. Head back down here. Are we looking on this one? Master by his peers, you want to make a chest. Sure, why not? Seems fine to me. Reinforce our troops, which should go up beyond 15,000, I'd hope, eventually. Yeah, it's up to 17,000 already. Just from sitting back and reinforcing. Arnold can lower my stress. That's what we like to see. In theory, we have good stats because we're stressed, but you know. That will only carry you for so long. We have lost our court jester. Not ideal. We're not really reinforcing any troop numbers, unfortunately. We got a claim on the county of Verbas. Oh, okay. I kind of want to merge my troops and go back down to war. I just don't really know how we can do that. They have 48,000 troops. These being sieged do stop ticking war score. I think we want to get over here and take that siege. Wait, so you're in a tyranny? Yeah, we want to take that siege from them. Because they're hostile to both sides. Name to remember. I would like some prestige, please. We've lost our court tutor. That's the position I actually need to care about. Let's put in a new court tutor. It's going to be you. Let's go. Right. Merge and head down here. The king's treasured. My deeds are spoken of with reverence. Oh, you would like to give some money to help make the artifact better. That's fine. Right. There's our 16,000. 16,000? Yeah, okay, there we go. There's our 16,000. Actually get them this time. You're going to attack in here and hopefully take the siege. That's what we want to do. No. Wait, they knew we were coming. They broke the siege. That's so not on. Okay, hopefully it still gets the siege because they never left the province. Yeah, we still get the siege. Fantastic. 55 days on it. New acquisitions. I can gain a very good book artifact. Okay, I did. That seems like a very good book artifact. Well done. I can get 50 gold from you. Sure, I can get 15 gold from you. Get 15 gold from you. That's fine. Right. Can also negotiate alliances with all of my grandsons, but that's okay. Apparently it would make me too stressed. This is fine. I will repay to repair that. We'll finish this siege. We now have Hughes, who is a son of Everard. Okay. Taken a siege, which is nice. It's something. I'll keep my 13 gold for you. They're still sieging back here, but this is fine. They have no ticking war score. There's 88% just from battles. What's the siege here? So that's 60. It's at 6 fort level. You know what we should do? I have a ton of money. Let us create a new men at arms one. I'm going to create some trebuchets. I can't because I'm over my limit. How many trebuchets can I create? 10? Okay, new plan. I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to buy a bunch of trebuchets and I'm going to bring them across. Yeah, let's buy a bunch of trebuchets. I was just thinking about it. And then I want to station them somewhere. I don't remember if I have anywhere that I can station them that actually gives us anything. 0.4 per day. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right. So we'll let those trebuchets build up. And then we'll bring them across and that'll make this much easier. You're going to go help out on the coast here. We're overwhelmed by stress again. You've invited me to a hunt. I decline your invite. I'm busy. I should probably be worrying about my stress. However, I'm not. Who died this time? My sister died. Okay. Every time we gain stress, I'm like, who's dead? We'll extort our subjects as well while we're here. And then, you know what? Let's hold court at the same time. You would like to do a cadastral survey? Sure. The end is nigh. Anything lose me stress? No, that gains me dread, though. A call to war. You would like me to join you in a war, Casus Belli war against this guy, a Munster. You're welcome to stay here, Queen Loth, but this really isn't the time. You're also married to France. You know what? No, go away. I'm not going to press your claims. You're married to France. Why would I press your claim? Okay. Overload. What's this one? I can lose forgiving and gain wrathful? Ooh. That one's nice. I lose forgiving and gain a better trait. Okay. I am going to choose that. We have changed ourselves. Right. And I'm no longer overwhelmed by stress. I extort my vassals and get -10 opinion for 5 years, or -10 tyranny for... I can get more, but it's tyranny. Let's take more, but tyranny. It's fine. How are we looking in terms of trebuchets? Still getting there, huh? Well, might as well siege this down. How are we looking in terms of ticking war score? These are still held. That's fine. Stewardship perk available. Let's take Chains of Loyalty. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've never finished 3. So that'd be nice. Damnable House. I'm not going to enter into a feud with you, mister. You can ask as many times as you like. I'm not going to feud you. Right. It's only reinforcing 10 at a time. It's very slow. Inspiration. I can use my knowledge of being a hunter to potentially get you this. But you will get Eager Reveler trait? Sure. Why not? Muse Sleeps. Whatever. You didn't get the higher roll there. We're now infirm, so we lose a ton of stats. That's not good. That's a pretty major health negative as well. Yeah, that's a pretty major net health negative. That's going to make us getting the stewardship thing a little awkward. You made me a magnificent chest. It's very nice. I'm going to have to look at these artifacts at some point and figure out if we're still using the best stuff, but to be honest, we're still at war, so I'm a little busy. I do have trouble multitasking, like, you know, a war and other stuff. You increased in development progress in every holding by 50. Incredible job. How's our development looking if we go to the development map mode? It's looking good. You can kind of see it's a little brighter across most of this. That's what we like to see. We got a little, you know, area of extreme development here, which is looking good. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. That has jumped a huge amount. Incredible. Right, we need another 3 or 4 months to get our trebuchets. Like, people are dying. They apparently just dropping like flies. Given that 19 is our best and we can put in a 17 and have you be a powerful vassal, let's do that. So our niece being in charge. We now have a new Hornblower of Holland. I believe that position has changed like every year since this war has started. How are you looking in terms of war score? You would win if you got your ticking war score back. That's fine. Okay, how's our trebuchets? They're getting there. Another 2 months for more trebuchets. Okay. Another month. And then... Also, how are we looking in terms of reinforcements? None are coming. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, and then trebuchets. What we got here? Oh, it must be just be more things. That's fine. What have we got here? We're 5 away. We are maxed out on trebuchets. We can now raise our men at arms. Wonderful. 101? I guess because they have a knight leading them. That's kind of interesting that it does that. I guess that makes sense. We'll send them down. I'm not going to go to your grand tournament. I mean, it looks like a really good grand tournament. It's a 4-parter grand tournament. Wow. Okay. But I'm not going to go. We're busy. It costs us nothing to put these troops on, by the way. It's probably not nothing. It's probably just a number that's very small and rounds to nothing. But still. Kind of funny. Right. Add the trebuchets. Now it's going to go quite quickly. Perfect. Captured some prisoners, but now we also have a way in here immediately. So we can get directly into this fort level one, which seems really good for us. Right, I'm going to split up my army. We should be able to reinforce here as well. There we go. So you're going to go there, 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 and stay up there and there. Let's see how this looks. Okay. We are reinforcing. That's good. So we should be both reinforcing and resupplying here, I think. Yep. It's good to see. Just wait another couple months. They're heading down here, I guess, because they can now reach the war goal. Which makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, okay, that's too many troops. I'm going to merge up and just start sieging, because we're not going to be able to resupply anymore. Let's head down to the 4-fort level one in here and use our trebuchets. I want to take this one. Gives us a disease resistance medium boost, which will be immediately useful, and fewer complications during pregnancy. We're aiming for graceful aging, which will stop us taking negatives as we age, and given that we survive for really long times, this one is really good for us. Right. Also, our health should now look better, because we have constant care. It's still poor health, but that's okay. Right, march our way in. This only takes 2 months to siege now. That's a huge improvement based upon where we were. Don't know what these guys are doing. That is 50,000 troops though, which is slightly worrying. And now that's a huge amount of land that we've taken. Now, is it a lot of war score? No. Is it a lot of... yeah, like, is it a lot of war score? No. But in terms of pure land, it's good. And land is good because it means that these guys have got more places they can stand without taking attrition. Which means that they should, in theory, start, you know, sieging in those places. We're about to die. Our character is about to drop dead. Which means that I'm not going to be able to finish at the 3 lines again. Yeah, I don't know what we do to survive here. I guess I could switch to, like, medicine at last second. But yeah, I'd really prefer just to lose a bunch of stress. I guess we should go to an event if I want to lose stress, but we're infirm, so we're probably not allowed to anymore. I'll talk to my confidant. Nice. We're still at death's doorstep. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this, like, there's new things to look at message. There we go, that's fine. Can I go to a thing? Probably not. I could probably host a hunt and lose stress immediately if I wanted to. Maybe a feast? We'll host a little feast in Holland. Yeah, I don't need a caravan master. We know what we're doing here. I'm really after the stress loss, but let's do that. Right. Host a feast. Back down here. Sieging. Hey, our stress levels dropped. We're no longer immediately dying. Okay, let's get our stress under control. Take likable. Direct vassal opinion goes up by 10. It's good to see. I'm going to finish the siege. You can attack me, but I finished the siege. You can't take that away from me. Let's see how this looks. We have a new Hornblower of Holland. Okay. I can ransom you for 50 gold. can also pardon you. Oh, no, I lost forgiving, so I can't pardon for... yeah, I can't pardon for that anymore. How did this look? We went about even, which is fine. We're retreating all the way back up here. But, look at this. Because we've got them more positions that they can stand, they're actually standing in those positions. Which is good. Right. Do I want to head back to Toulouse? Probably not. I probably just want to split our army up like this. So that's the most dangerous one. And then here, and then we'll just see how this looks. They may come and attack us, but probably not. Our gathering has started. These guys are attacking. Okay. None of this loses me stress, so I'll just say I'll get some prestige. They're attacking in with all the army. We've discovered the arch saddle. What does that do? Arch saddle. Must be back here. We can get armored horsemen, and we can get lancer accolades. Cool. Pleasing atmosphere. I would love to lose as much stress as possible. Ah, we're down a level. Okay. Okay. We're now at stress level 1. Which now means we're no longer taking that huge hit, so now our health is fine. Range betrothal between Hijartin and my granddaughter. This is Everard's daughter. Everard and my daughter's daughter. Sure. So this would get us an alliance, maybe? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't get us an alliance. Okay. I'm going to decline, but she should probably marry somebody. I was thinking about saying yes, but realized I should decline, and the reason I should decline is that that will then keep those traits in our court. Okay, someone has caused damage to the prized bowl. I think it was probably you. That'd be my guess. Let's get some stress loss because we're shy. Okay, and we gained a favor hook on this person. Okay, it's fine. Are we winning the battles? We are actually winning battles. Fantastic. I'm not going to take anything that gains us too much stress. The entire purpose of this is to lose stress. Celebration is done. We do not lose any stress since we're shy, but that's okay. We gained some famous reveler trait, which is nice. We lost enough stress, I think would be the way of describing it. They're chucking more troops in here. And now we're 31 war score ahead, because by battle war score, we're now... like not so far behind that we're now ahead because our battle war score is no longer tying us down, right? So now our huge amount of war score from occupied holdings is making a difference, which is good. And I think that's a good point to end the episode. The war has finally turned after a little bit of effort from our part, and now it's time to continue this war. I mean, it's almost lasted long enough, right? I can change my beneficiary to the person I want it to be. That's how long it's lasted. They were so young when we started. 11 years ago. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.